It was the biggest march in the UK since the war in the Middle East began. Hundreds of thousands of pro-Palestinian protesters calling for a ceasefire. But amid a largely peaceful crowd, pockets of anti-Semitism. Only a mile away, though, police also had to deal with this. Far-right groups intent on violence, threatening and clashing with officers from early on in the day. The work of keeping them apart from the march consuming the police. Officers are now focused on finding offenders from both sides.
What came as a surprise was the intent of the people who were coming, and particularly with that right-wing group. Violence from 10 o'clock in the morning is unprecedented. So as part of that operation, it is about managing that throughout the day, ensuring that those two groups aren't allowed to get together. Yesterday we believe we had around 300,000 people in that march. You can imagine in a street with that number of people, trying to spot individual acts of behaviour is almost impossible.
The work carrying on through the weekend. This is the nerve centre of every major Met Police operation. These screens can show a live feed from every corner of London, and officers are trawling social media for evidence. This is where a major part of the work of trying to track down suspects is happening.
Terrorist. Yeah, terrorist.
The disruption spilled out to Waterloo Station.
We were born in this country.
And in Victoria, the Housing Secretary Michael Gove was mobbed by a crowd carrying Palestinian flags. And away from the demonstrations, worshippers leaving a North London synagogue on Saturday were intimidated. This has made some in the Jewish community doubt whether the Met can protect them.
The faith of the Jewish community in the Metropolitan Police has absolutely collapsed in the last 5 weeks. We've seen things getting worse week after week. And this week now, yet again, we have people walking along the streets dressed as Hamas operatives. We have people being targeted on their way out of synagogue. Jews feel that the centre of London has been turned into a no-go zone for us.
Those who took to the streets in solidarity with the Palestinian people say too much attention is given to a small minority of troublemakers.
Obviously, any example of an anti-Semitic placard or anti-Semitic chant is reprehensible, and we do everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen. But even if this did happen, it was such an infinitesimal minority. And the problem is, of course, that the people who oppose this demonstration and this movement, the people who want to see a continuation of the war, are trying to use these tiny marginal incidents or claimed incidents as a way of demonising the whole demonstration.
With more marches planned again next weekend, there will be even more spotlight on how the Met handles them. Milena Veselinovic, Sky News.